Today's task is to set up this IP remote, and I came here into the tower where the remote is connected to remotely via IP to an Icom radio connected to an IP or radio or IP panel. So this panel and or the interface or radio or IP box, whatever name you want to use, is connected via the network. Goes to two different network providers. So over the cloud, it comes to this one that ends up in a taxi dispatcher office. The box is made by IDA Corporation. The customer got a busted one. We tried to fix a couple of things. I got it working for a day. It failed again because of overheating issue. One of the CPU is overheating, and we put a heat sink, but it was too late anyway, so got another error, and the manufacturer told us that it's not repairable, and we bought another one for the customer. And it came with buttons that were not configured right. I mean, they were configured for some other application, but in our application we wanted something else. So when I was pressing this button, it was causing the radio to transmit. Pressing this button was doing something. This button was doing the alert function, and this was doing the clock. So now I reconfigure these buttons using the configuration page, and I'll show you how I did it. So the 2028, that's the black box beside the radio. I'll show you how it looks like. This was set by another company some time ago, and I just do service. I've done different IP made by Icom, by Telex, and I forgot some other brand. This one, it's a radio or IP box, has Ethernet connection, some sort of an auxiliary pin connector that connects this one. It's an interface to the radio, so it uses the radio COR signal and also push to talk, audio in and audio out, and ground. So not much wiring here, and this box is converting those signals to the IP protocol, TCP over IP, and has a power supply that is powering the radio, and it's an Icom mobile radio set on medium power. So I tried to set up this one in the shop, and I got it transmitting, so I could transmit from this one or from the microphone that comes with the desktop microphone that comes with the console, and I could monitor on a portable radio, but I could not receive anything, so I had to drive all the way here and connect this one through a small router, connect to that panel, to 2028 panel, and log in using a web interface. And I'll show you a couple of basic stuff, but first I want to show you how you reconfigure the buttons. One of the reasons I record this video. So you have some button configurations. It says home button configuration, and you see you can do this thing to do something, okay? But for me, I went into the profile and I configured these buttons the same layout. So this one, intercom, I set it as internal microphone push to talk. Second, no function. Maybe later I'll program if this one wears out, but they will use, most likely they will use the desktop microphone. But I program this one as an extra backup in case they break the desktop microphone. Then I set the clock button according to what's this button label. and a couple of other things here. Alert also, I set it correctly. When you press this button, the whole network will receive that tone. So that I set it under profile number 1, then save changes and reset the unit. I did that. Audio has also some IPs, information where it's connected to. So for now it's connected to the local IP. Again, radio type and different things that you can configure the system with. And the other one, the 2466, has a profile submenu and audio. That's important. So you set some of the gains here. I had to increase the speaker gain for the receive side, because when the drivers are talking, the dispatcher is having some hard time to hear them. And yeah, not much into this remote or panel, console, whatever name you want to use. And now I have to go back to the shop or maybe straight to the customer and set this IP for their local network. And I hope nobody changed the firewall settings in the meanwhile. So I'll leave the settings the way they are, the ports. I'll just change the IP and it should be ready to go. So that's IDA Corporation remote console or radio over IP remote. Okay, that's a short video. Bye bye.